What exactly you are solving with your products, with your innovations?
Oh, very good question.
How do you perceive the skill ecosystem right now?
I think from Indian perspective, if I like to answer, I would be very happy to say yes, it's fantastic, but unfortunately it's not.
But one thing I'm seeing is you've got here in India in particular the world's smartest, best technical people, right, on the planet, in fact. But where I see this gap is when you're asking them to articulate their competency to you, it drops off. So they look really good on paper, really good credentials, but they cannot talk. The government's done an amazing job to get it where it is today.
We are doing a good job, there's no doubt. As being an Indian, I would say that still the ease of doing business can be done even better.
How is your organization addressing the current skill gap in your industry?
We have a long-term partnership with IETF wherein we are collaborating and co-building. In fact, recently we have also launched our Center of Excellence for AI and Analytics, since this is a new technology in itself.
We are ending with a positive note.
I had no chance to introduce my product to the India market. So they need my automatic tool changer based on the DC power.
You yourself being an entrepreneur and also a technologist,
You know, we always have to think about something different, like Steve Jobs, Elon Musk, something.
Hello everyone, I'm Tabish Haroon, founder of TecRover Didactic, and I'm thrilled to welcome you to this incredible gathering of innovation and technology. We are here today at the International Engineering and Technology Fair 2025, the flagship event of Confederation of Indian Industry. This 26th edition brings together innovation across multiple sectors, including artificial intelligence, fluid power, industrial automation and robotics, and net zero products and solutions. As we explore this vast exhibition, we will delve into a recurring concern across industries: the lack of skilled technicians and engineers, no matter what conference, seminar, or industrial gathering you attend. This issue dominates discussions. As we are exploring IETF 2025 and a range of innovative exhibits today, I'm keen to hear insights on how emerging technologies and practices are shaping the future of their industry. And I look forward to engaging in a fruitful discussion that will shed light on both the opportunities and obstacles ahead. We have with us Mr. Thomas and Mr. Deepak from Dolphitech. Welcome. Tell us about Dolphitech and how you're diversifying in India.
Yeah, first of all, I'll say a big thank you for your time today, and thank you, Deepak, for supporting us as a business in India as our country head and commercial head to get things set up. But this here is our DC2 Plus. This is our probe here. We're a Norwegian company. We set up in 2009, and today, first of all, this is our second generation product. We've got a DC2 and a DC2 Plus. The DC2 is slightly smaller. DC2 Plus is a slightly bigger touchpad and a little bit more oomph with regards to data coming through. But more importantly, started in 2009. We work within 60 countries today, including the India market.
Wonderful.
Work within defence, aerospace, aviation, private industry, government-related projects as well. Shipping. And in India, we're set up in Delhi and in Bangalore. And actually, very interesting enough for everyone to reference today, we're actually hiring here in India at the moment. So this is a very, very special time for us.
It seems you have great products. We would want to understand what exactly you are solving with your products, with your innovations.
Oh, very good question. Yeah, so this is our device here. So it's basically UT, ultrasonic testing here. This is our probe. It comes in one size. It's quite big, about the size of the fist of your hand. It comes in a 0.7 all the way up to a 10 megahertz. And it's basically UT NDT, non-destructive testing. So we use this device for testing different types of materials for things like delamination, defects, deformities, how the material is performing, whether it's steel, titanium, aluminium, copper, tungsten, even composite, like this composite here. So what's very interesting in the world today, composites is being used across different industries, whether it's oil and gas, wind turbines, aircrafts, rocket ships. They're all got a level of adoption of using composites, not just using steel or titanium or copper for their production parts. So composites is a really strong play for us. This is the strongest and most powerful probe in the world today. This has more than 16,384 elements.
Yeah.
Super data rich.
Yeah.
So as you can see here, we've got one of our strategic partners here in Delhi that's set up today, which is RoboEdge, which have been fantastic. The founder is over there. I'll say
Yeah.
thank you.
Yeah.
More importantly, like you can see the automation play within industry, which is very important for driving up efficiency, output, quality control, etc. Our device, we're the producer of our technology at Dolphitech.
Yeah.
But what we can do is work on a case-by-case basis, basically built for spec, a level of automation play. So for example, you've got this robotic arm,
Yeah.
where we could put, for example, our probe on the robotic arm
Yeah.
and do a level of scanning and automation with regards to that play.
How is this coboard being integrated with this technology?
I'll let you answer that if you like, Deepak. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So the robot is an important part of the whole piece of automation.
Right, sir.
So we have made here what we are showcasing with Robotech
Yeah.
is that it's something we call it automatic tool changer ATC.
Right.
Besides other applications, before testing any surface, you need to clean it.
Correct.
So here is the cleaner.
Yeah.
So robot is supposed to pick it up, clean the surface, put the tool back, and then grab the TRM. So this robot will pick it up
Yeah.
from the docking station, take it along the part we need to inspect,
Yeah.
move it at the constant speed. This can be done much better
Yeah.
in an automated mode compared
Right.
to what man can do,
Right.
and get the results automated, much derived, and much consistently, and also much better in quality. So that's what robot is going to integrate with the machine,
Yeah.
and give an automated, consistent, reliable results, which is much more data oriented,
Yeah.
and a machine based decision. With the help of Dolphicam 2, we achieve it in many industries.
Talking about the quality, I would want to talk about engineering students. How do you perceive, per se, the skill ecosystem right now? Do you really get the engineers you want into your company, like the skill engineers?
I think from Indian perspective, if I like to answer, I would be very happy to say yes, it's fantastic, but unfortunately it's not.
Yeah.
So there is a big gap in India between what academics is teaching to
Yeah,
the students.
yeah.
We also go to many institutions. This is what we are trying to do. Educational institutes are one of our primary target users, which we
Okay.
want to do. So
Right.
in present situations, what we are in our curriculum, it's improving a hell lot compared to what I did engineering many years back.
Yeah.
It's improving a hell lot, but still a big gap is there between the university students, what they are presently teaching, and what is the requirement of the market, which has gone up.
Yeah.
So if I give you the example, in our universities and institutions and research institutes, which are doing pretty well in aviation and aerospace and defense and all the sectors,
Right.
still they are using the probes which are having 24 or 64 elements, wherein in the market we have 128 by 120, there's 16,284 elements in it.
Right.
But it's still, that's the reason we are here in exhibition. We see some institutions here,
Right.
and we want to help support and also to bring them to a level wherein we come at par with the newer development which is happening in the industry.
If you want to deliberate on
Sorry.
any particular specific skill that your industry would want to have, what would be that?
I think our industry would like to have some more on the application side.
Right.
So on application side, we have the core technology. We
Yeah.
have the newer material being developed in India and in Southeast Asia,
Yeah.
of course, in around the globe.
Right.
The newer and newer material is being developed that
Yeah.
would be lighter, faster, and all those good things
Yeah.
for aerospace, aviation, defense, and all these applications.
Right.
So I would like in India, which we excel in here, in fact, whole of Asia,
Yeah.
in application side.
Yeah.
So we have the problem in the industry.
Yeah.
There is a solution in basic technology,
Yeah.
but the missing link is how do we use the technology for our specific use.
I can add a couple of points. I don't need to jump in. Thank
Yeah.
you, Deepak. The first point, I think, with regards to talent in the market,
Yeah.
this is very important, I believe. And we're aggressively talking to the market every day, every week,
Yeah.
with regards to searching for the right talent out there.
Talent, right.
But one thing I'm seeing is you've got here in India, in particular, the world's smartest, best technical people, right, on the planet, fact, and very, very entrepreneurial.
That's encouraging for
very-
us as
Yeah,
Indians.
it is, but and very, very entrepreneurial and very, very creative and very fast movers. But where I see this gap, and I think you'll agree with me, Deepak, is when you're asking them to articulate their competency to you,
Yeah.
it drops off. So they look really good on paper
Yeah.
and have really good credentials,
Right.
but they cannot talk, and or they will miscommunicate what they're trying to get across. So,
Yeah.
so I've seen a number of times, and I think you have as well recently, where there's talent that should be sort of sitting at the top of the list, but
Yeah.
drops down to the middle or the bottom of the final short list,
Yeah.
because they haven't been able to communicate, articulate their expertise and their competency, which is very disappointing.
So,
So that'll end up hindering the market's growth, the industry growth, private industry, government sector, and overall, I think the India market as a whole.
So it's a kind of a human-centric skill you're talking about,
Yeah.
right? It's not only about the technology; it's also about communication, right?
Yeah.
So-
So the comms and being able to be like nobody can do anything or everything. Sorry.
Yeah.
So it's a case of them being able to be able to articulate what their strengths are and their competency,
Right.
where it fits into the related job and expertise, and being very, very honest and open, not overselling it or underselling it. And you do see that a lot as well, where they're overselling the competency. And that's also can be seen as a detraction for hiring, right?
So what are the plans for Dolphitech? Immediate plans for India specifically.
Yeah, good
for Indian
question. So
market?
we've been growing in the India market in 2024. So last year we grew by over 300% for the year. So very aggressive growth.
Yeah.
Hired talent in the market here as well. We've got Deepak as our country and commercial head based out of Delhi. And we'll continue to expand within the aviation, defence, oil and gas,
Yeah.
energy sector play in 2025.
Yeah.
This is a very, very exciting market. India has a lot of complex related things you need to work through when you're running a business here. But
Yeah.
at the same time, I think this is the government's done an amazing job to get it where it is today. And it's got a really, really good poised position to have a really strong future. And we want to play a part in that with showcasing, number one, the technology, and for the market to utilise it.
How do you perceive, the policies right now for Indian market? Per se, the policies which are being, created by the government of India. How do you find those policies for your business specifically?
Yeah, so we're a Norwegian company, so technically a European company. So
Yeah.
European companies are quite well looked upon in the
Yeah.
India market,
Yeah.
right? Whether you're French, German, Norwegian, etc. So that's got a positive edge to it compared to, say, being let's say a North American or coming from another part of the world. So,
Yeah.
so that's a big check for us. And overall adoption of India market, looking at India for India technology compared to, say, international technology coming in is. There's things I think the government again have done a really good job in saying we need to look outside the domestic market for technology and
Wonderful.
and product.
Yeah.
So the central government in Delhi is doing the right things with making sure the doors are kept open.
Yeah.
Taxes and ability to run and be structured and to do business here are super friendly. So I think it's all very pro and positive.
Mr. Deepak, you want to add something on this?
Absolutely, I fully agree with him.
Yeah.
So we are doing a good job, there is no doubt.
Yeah.
Still, I would say, as being an Indian, I have seen the companies running in here. I would say that still the ease of doing business can be done even better with the Indian companies or with the international companies. The layers of the different approvals, restrictions, and sometimes it takes much longer time.
Yeah.
So that can be, if we can further smoothen it out, that would be even much better. We'll be the number one destination for the newer
Absolutely.
technology, its adoption,
Yeah.
right applications at right places, and ultimately the success.
Sure.
So as long as the road is a little longer,
Yeah.
but we have just started, I can say.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Mr. Deepak and Mr. Thomas, for talking to us. Thank
Thank
so
you.
much.
Thanks, Tabish.
Namaste.
Thanks for having us here.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Really appreciate your time.
Same here. We have with us Mr. Lee from MAGBOT. Mr. Lee, welcome. So, what brought you to IETF and what innovations and technologies you are showcasing?
After established my company in 2013,
Yeah.
I spent more than 10 years to develop my own technology MAGBOT and then expanding market to the worldwide.
Wow.
But I had no chance to introduce my product to the India market. So IETF is the first exhibition that I introduced my product and the company to the India market.
Wonderful.
And then thanks to the Robotics, my partner, the first official partner, they invite me to join this exhibition. It's great. I appreciate their help.
So what innovations are you exactly showcasing here in the exhibition?
In the robot market, automatic tool changer is kind of common product, but before most of our kind of competitor, they use AC based technology, and then they need pneumatic power source. But things change from the fixed robot to the movable robot. The means robot is not just to do the one thing. They need to do the multi-performance, multi-service. And then they need automatic tool changer. So if we just buy many robots, of course it's easy to make things faster and as many things, but it costs. So we should try to lower down the cost for customers, especially automotive field. So there are the many customized automobile or the small batch production lines. So they need my automatic tool changer based on the DC power and the ultra low cost, ultra simple, and even using with the AGV, AMR, mobile robot together.
You yourself being an entrepreneur and also a technologist, what challenges do you see for somebody who is starting his engineering career, per se the skills he would require in your industry?
What's the important is people's passion and the mind. We always have to think about something different, something unique. So that's why my company original name is UND, is from the unique and different. People should think about the different, but before think different, he have to have knowledge of the basic that he is involved. So that's the first step. And then he made many dots how to connect, then make things different. Like Steve Jobs, Elon Musk, something world famous entrepreneur. So I'm just following what they've done before, and then but the MAGBOT is the same. I never come out in just a short time. So I've been thinking long time, even more than 20 hours per day.
Like you started in 2013, right?
Right. More than 10 hours, 10 years. I've spent a lot of time, and then get some information from the customer partners worldwide. Okay, that's anybody, engineer or technical sales or marketing, the same. Try to understand his market first and his field first, but always think differently.
So you see right now it's an era of digital disruption, and also we have an era called Industry 4.0, right? So how do you see these technologies, new age technologies, disrupting your industry, and what solutions you're offering to the market through MAGBOT?
Actually, before robot was more like a mechanical part, we think. Now it's a mechanical part, is anybody can make it simply. It's not that hard, but it's software part, especially the machine learning, deep learning with AI, artificial intelligence. We already changed from analog to digital. We call the digital transformation. Now even change to the AI transformation. So MAGBOT is the same. Before it's mostly is mechanical items based on the magnetic technology. But now adding to the AI technology already. They defined what customer, what partners, what environmentals of doing, and then detecting the information, and then sending to the maybe server. But not only server, they do the edge computing at the moment.
So I understand your product is solving problems for primarily for automotive industry, right? Are there any other sectors you're targeting with your products?
Okay. Actually, manufacturing side is growing up robotic business dramatically, especially automotive field. But now I'm already, reaching to the new market, like we say the service robot market, and like a food tech. We make already noodle by the robot. Okay, fried chicken, and the barbecue things. And then I'm also approaching to the like a smart farm.
Yeah.
The farming factory, the place is they are the old age people.
Yeah.
How to do the invest the big money for the robotics.
Right.
I help them to do the cost cheaper.
Yeah.
Even construction field, something is we have a lot of field
Right.
to approach.
Mr. Lee, it was wonderful speaking to you. I wish you best of luck for your journey. And thank you so much for talking to us.
Okay, thank you for your time.
Thank you so
Appreciate.
much.
Thank you.
so much. Take care. So in order to understand the digital transformation landscape of India, let's speak to Mr. Rana and see how their products are innovating the digital transformation landscape. Hi, Mr. Rana.
Hi.
What key innovations and products are you showcasing at IETF today?
We are showcasing few of our products. One is in terms of the secure storage or secure transportation, wherein we are securing whatever movement of cargo is happening, either in terms of the oil and gas industry, in terms of logistics industry, and anywhere wherever securely the cargo has to be moved. That is where we as Kriti Labs come into the picture. These are the different kinds of locks that we have to secure.
Yeah.
Then we have these RFID scanners. Now these RFID scanners come in different form factors and they are used to scan RFID tags. Now as we know that one form factor is a QR and another is an RFID tag. Now RFID tags, if you place for instance in this room there are 20 items and on all 20 items you put RFID tags.
Correct.
This RFID scanner can scan all of them at once.
Right.
So that's the beauty of using an RFID scanner, wherein it can locate or it can help you in asset management. Third kind of products that we are talking about is in terms of the CCTV surveillance solutions. Now as we know that CCTV in itself is a basic hygiene nowadays. Everywhere we have CCTVs installed.
Correct.
Now but the next part and the important critical part is that how do you utilize the data or whatever you are capturing from the CCTV. That is where a VAIoT cam or a video analytics, Internet of Things camera comes into the picture, wherein whatever feed is coming, from that feed we build AIML models, and on those AIML models what happens is that there are certain cases which keeps getting compared with the feed that we are getting. And for instance, say suppose there are fire instances that you want to kind of highlight and want to report them instantly. If there is overcrowding, just like there was a mishap recently at New Delhi airport.
Correct.
So crowd management can be done, queue management can be done,
Correct.
restriction of people in certain areas can be highlighted immediately. So what happens is this VIoT box, what it will do is it will keep on comparing whatever feed we are getting with the use cases that are already built in as part of the AIML solution.
Right.
And wherever the use cases are matching, there is a set action that is already pre-decided. So it
Correct.
might be in terms of having a buzzer, it might be having reporting it to a command center, so on and so forth.
So if I
that's
may
what
ask you, your products seem to be disrupting the traditional engineering disciplines.
Right, right.
May I ask you what traditional discipline is disrupted by your products?
Yes, that's a very good question. See, what we are trying to do is a lot of the traditional industries in India, be it the oil and gas industry, the dairy industry, mining, railways, or any other traditional industry, what we are trying to do is we are helping them with different types of digital transformation solutions.
Yeah.
So for instance, if I talk about the railways, in railways you know that there is a lot of overcrowding cases or cases where queues need to be managed, the crowd needs to be managed, or there are certain, if you want to identify some criminal elements or if there is some spurious activity happening.
Correct.
Or in case of railways, there are also cases wherein a lot of mishaps happen because of the maintenance workers who are working on the tracks.
Right.
So that is where different kinds of solutions is what we have built for railways.
Right.
Similarly, in the oil and gas industry, as I am just showcasing, these are the different kinds of locks that we are helping them secure their oil and petrol and diesel tankers. In case of mining, you know that there is a lot of pilferage happens when the mining material moves from the mining site to different locations.
Correct.
So we are also helping them in securing that. And mind you, by securing, we just don't mean providing the hardware. All these hardwares are IoT enabled.
Correct.
All this data goes to the server. There are dashboards on which this data gets highlighted. There are certain logics that are built through which proper escalation metrics are built.
Correct.
And it's an evolving system wherein whatever we are learning day to day, this is the data that we are capturing, we are consistently improvising and improving the system.
Right, right. So they say this is the era of Industry 4.0 or digital transformation. How is your organization addressing the current skill gap in your industry?
So see, first of all, what we are doing is that we are not just digital disruptors, we are also collaborating with the right set of people, with the right set of stakeholders across the industry. So for instance, we have a long-term partnership with IIT Chennai, wherein we are collaborating with the students, the faculty at the IIT Chennai.
Wonderful.
And co-building, if I may call it that way, solutions with them. In fact, recently we have also launched our Center of Excellence for AI and Analytics products and research in this direction in Chennai.
Wonderful.
So that's how we are trying to contribute, and in fact, wherever and whenever there is a forum, there is a medium through which we can kind of showcase our solutions, as well as also make people aware of the kind of technological improvement that have happened, because a lot of people are grappling with different kinds of problems, but do they know that actually now a lot of solutions are also available to handle those problems? That is where the awareness aspect also comes into the picture.
Mr. Rana, if I may ask you being yourself an industry expert, do you feel a skill shortage when you hire your new engineers in your company?
See, first of all, now with the advent of AI and the speed and the pace at which AI is moving in India and across the world, the gap that is there between skilled and unskilled workers is very rapidly getting reduced, because in AI now there are a lot of tools through which you can skill people very quickly.
Wonderful.
Right? Second thing is that since this is a new technology in itself, so traditionally you will not find a lot of people who are who have 10 years of experience in AI or 15 years of experience in AI.
Correct.
So the time is right. There is, so we have a lot of students who are just passing out, or people, we have a lot of professionals who know about the technology in various formats. They might be lesser skilled, more skilled, unskilled, perfectly skilled. There might be various segregation, but AI is disrupting all the barriers, and in order to skill whoever is even at a lesser skills parameter, you can kind of quickly upskill them at a very fast pace with the kind of solutions that are available.
That's we are ending with a positive note. It was nice speaking to Mr. Rana. Thank you so much for your time. Take care. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
According to World Economic Forum's Future of Jobs Report 2025, if the world's workforce was made up of 100 people, 59 would need training by 2030. Of these employees, foresee that 29 could be upskilled in their current roles and 19 could be upskilled and redeployed elsewhere within their organization. However, while 11 may not receive the necessary reskilling, putting their future at risk. Skill gaps are categorically considered the biggest barrier to business transformation by Future of Jobs survey respondents, with 63% of employers identifying them as a major barrier over 2025-2030 period. While global strategies have been proposed to address these gaps, the practical implementation of structured training frameworks remains a significant challenge, especially for micro, small and medium enterprises that often struggle with limited resources and flexibility. So how do we address this challenge? At its root is one of the biggest challenges that needs to be addressed and solved. Looking at the bigger picture, the Future of Jobs report highlights two major global shifts: aging populations in high-income economies leading to workforce shortages, and expanding working-age populations in low and middle-income economies where younger generations are rapidly entering the job market. India stands at the crossroads of this transformation with a working-age population of 672 million. 64% of the total India's population expected to grow to 65.2% by 2030. With India's demographic dividend, the next decade presents a transformative opportunity to drive the success of concurrent initiatives, paving the way for self-reliant India. To harness this potential, we need a structured, inclusive and forward-thinking skill development ecosystem. Governments, businesses and educational institutions must collaborate to create sustainable training frameworks that align with evolving workforce demands. As we navigate an era defined by technological advancements, geo-economic fragmentation, economic uncertainty, demographic shifts, and the green transition, these forces, both individually and collectively, are set to reshape the global labor market by 2030. In this rapidly evolving landscape, one thing remains certain: we must proactively prepare to shape our future. Embracing innovation, fostering adaptability, and equipping ourselves with the right skills will be essential to thriving in this dynamic environment. The future of work is being written today, and our readiness will determine how successfully we navigate the transformations ahead. At TecRover Didactic, we believe that powerful storytelling fuels industry awareness and skill development. If your organization is looking to enhance its technological presence, share expertise, or bridge the skills gap, let's connect and create something impactful together. That's all from here. Goodbye.